Alright, so let's review Polar Cap. We have an 8-player game going, and so many vills in the center. Everyone seems to have their vills moving pretty quickly. Everyone has their idle vill hotkey. Panic, panic, says Yellow, Masty James. Everyone in this lobby is at least 1200, I want to say. And I'm in the teal, but everyone started in the center successfully. It doesn't look like anyone started on the outside. First TC's going down on the first wood lines, and I don't think any of us were in voice chat as far as I know. But you can see it's just rush to the outside. And I'm just casting this game. Ooh, remaking the TC here for Jeep Rex. He didn't actually lose any extra stone. Interesting. TC House Dock. Okay, I'm giving advice to people as the map creator. As I was saying, I'm casting this game with myself in it because it's what's already in my Rex folder. And I got Mongols this game, which I think is very good for the map in its current state. What do we have? Baskets, you save me. Baskets dock should be here-ish. Okay, so we're giving advice. But as I was saying, Mongols should be really good because you don't have a villager immediately on the dock. And we see Jaffred actually going for the dock with the vill before completing the TC. And everyone has a rough idea of where your dock's going to be. It's generally going to be outside from where you built your TC. No one actually coming down here. This actually kind of looks like South America, this little ice thing. Deuce of Emeralds going the long way to drop the dock. Actually, that might not be the long way. But crossing the ice again. And, but I was thinking about this after the game. Baskets was hosting this on his Discord, and they played about like 4 or 5 games. I just tried out the one after finishing the map on Friday. And we were thinking about this afterwards. Docking straight out is a shorter path, but you'll have less competition in the corners. I try to make the corners less ideal, so to speak, as in it will take a little bit more effort to get out to the corner. Or sorry, it would have not this much fish. I wanted the corner to really be like coming out like a true corner, not a rounded corner, squared off corner, just to make it less of a target. But since it's actually a further walking distance, you kind of get rewarded for walking a further distance. And you're generally going to have less competition since people are generally coming out at, I don't know what you want to call it, a right angle, perpendicular to the edges of the map to drop their docks. Like we have 2 here, 1 here, and Deuce of Emeralds. Oh, he's hunts. Ooh, that's rough. And he can't find the hunt. That's really rough. Okay, he found it now, but he's running away. He can't run away. There you go. Trying to get on max distance. So everyone's flagging each other. If we look at vill count, it's very even across the board. We could go to idle TC. 28 seconds is the max I'm seeing from Tantron. And Jaffred climbing up as well. So just over a vill. And everyone's got a few fishing ships out. Looks like, who are we missing here? Green doesn't have any, and yellow doesn't have any. Masty not making any fish yet. Just going for the Einberbers so I can find boars wherever I want approach. Bringing in a boar. Some players were saying it was tough to find boars. And because the wood lines are a little bit smaller than normal Nomad, it does create more of this tundra area to scout to find the boars. And Masty with these Berber villagers could just outrun boars easily. And so here you see Jeep forced to go on berries to keep up the production, the food sources. Baskets is here right next to Deuce and also competing for boars. I guess there really isn't any boars next to him. One hiding behind this wood line. But you'd think there would be more. I didn't change anything of the boar generation here. So I think it's just because there's so many TCs close by. I'm guessing there was a boar here at some point. Masty asks, so who's playing water? He's docked now. And I don't know if I volunteer. I do. And then Legion says, I go FC unique unit, which as the Turks will be quite strong Janissaries. So because resources are more exposed, you can see but the hills are away from wood lines, the gold's away from the wood lines, the stone's away from the golds and the wood lines. You can really go for feudal pressure. You're off to a little bit slower start because you don't drop the dock quite as quick. So you really can pressure these resources in feudal age. I missed the chat there from Legion. More boars coming in. So yeah, some players are getting much better spots than others. It can be hard at the beginning with, so all you see is this ice, right? You don't necessarily know what shape the ice is going, where you can drop a TC. The current state of the map, I think, is very good. It's just a matter of fine-tuning it a little bit. And with Mongols, my uptime is going to be like, I probably, yeah, look at that. Click up at 19 Vils, 6 fishing ships. Like, the only one competing against me is Baskets at this point in terms of eco. And that's just because, I guess he's Vikings. You get cheaper dock. And he's just a really strong player, so he can manage. But he doesn't have the number of boars, so he can't compete with this uptime. Luckily, I think Jeeps, or Tantron's, no, Tantron's on my team. Tantron needs to work on his fish micro. Identifying where the fish are. If we look at everyone else's fish, it's looking pretty good. Ooh, that's a very nice mining camp. I didn't think those mining camps would be possible. Basket says, I'll go FC Expo, I guess. So if we look at positions, Baskets and Deuce of Emeralds right next to each other. Tantron versus Jeep Rex. This is kind of a conflict. Tantron's a little bit stuck on his own there, in between 3 players. I have Masty as a buffer, so me going water actually works really well. Although Jaffried's here, so Jaffried's kind of stuck in the middle between 3 as well. And we have 16 from Jeep. Not sure. And I'm 6 seconds from being up. Got 2 docks. So that's the thing. Also, because your dock is in a position relative to your town center, I'm very much like, this is a 1v1 now. We're going to be fighting on water, and we're going to be fighting with TCs. And going water when we're this close to each other is very risky, but I'm kind of just counting on falling back to my teammates if I need to, and winning water for them as much as I can. Red flags that my dock's here, and I'm just making fires due to the close distance. Teal dock. And Basket says, I'll go FC Longboat instead of XP Expo, which I think makes sense. It's a little bit of long distance. It's difficult with these archer civs that don't have good cav. I think cav civs are even more dominant here. So Baskets gets up, and he's going FC. Looks like he'll probably have the res for it. Everyone else coming up. Look at all the boars that Legion got. I don't know how many got, but it seemed like a lot. So you can see some of the golds. I don't know. I thought I made it so gold and stone spawn separate from each other, but it looks like there are opportunities to mining camp for both of them. So I think this is the only fighting we have right now. Tantron's made some galleys as well. Down here as the Teutons. And I thought I could click to, oh, those are mine, right? Teal. I thought you could click and go straight to them. Oh, I guess they're still in the dock. Maybe that's why I can't. But yeah, adding galleys myself as well. But still very much focusing on this nonsense. Dropping a tower on my wood line. Completely missing that while I focus on the fish, I guess. I remember seeing this. Do I see this? Oh, I see the houses. That's how I know something's going on right here. Luckily, there are other wood lines around for me, and I have the wood to compensate. What else is going on? Purple's got some funky house walls. Just trying to wall himself off, I guess, from Red, who's his nearest enemy. Red forgets to fully wall this. Or I think the house was within range of my TC, so I was able to take it out and then just wall down take the tower down. Deuce looks like he's... I don't know, he's okay. He's making farms. He never docked. That's a sign of someone who needs a little bit more practice on Nomad. And controlling water here. And kind of going around trying to figure out where else there's water to attack. It is all on this side. I think it's just really baskets is water, right? Looks like Tantron dealt with all the other water from orange, or is doing it right now. Vil fighting. Don't think we have anything else. Baskets is hitting Castle Age, queuing some longboats. And I think most of his fish will... Oh no, he was able to run with some of them. Okay. And interesting castle placement. Not quite within range of the TC. I guess that's within range with Bodkin. So okay position. I guess he can fish there as well. And Red immediately runs with all the Vils to I don't know whose base. Ace of Emeralds just dropping the TCs, or Deuce of Emeralds, sorry. Dropping the TCs. Jeep says, I forgot about water at the start, so I'm way behind. And Andy's getting castle dropped by Maesty. So all the castles are in favor of my team. And Red really running all his Vils. And doubling down on the tower effort as well. But not fully walling in his Vils. Really need a full wall of your Vils, bud. Eco KD for everyone. Jaffrey 0 and 9. That's a rough one. I guess a lot of that is fishing ships, of course. Longboats coming in, doing their thing. They do have Bodkin on them. Selves. Baskets looks like he's even blocking with some of the ships. Might be a little bit overkill, but he'll be able to clean up water. Luckily, Legion's got a good boom going. He's making those Janissaries. And Deuce, I never liked the boom strat on Nomad, especially this open of Nomad. He should be going CA right now. FCCA is a little bit of a meme, but still. And we're still trying to take out these towers. Red finding places to reboom. Orange finding places to reboom. So very much, I think if people like this map and they consistently try to play it, I think castle drops will be a little bit less common because people will go for feudal pressure a little bit more. I do want to enlarge the wood lines. I think everything else is pretty good. We talked about maybe adding a bit more food on the map, but I think enlarging the wood lines is the first step in testing how that feels. Jeep says, what for TCM 20 short? Well, Jeep, fun fact. You could just hang out here, chop wood. Once Red's TC is up, you can just drop off the wood in Red's TC and then rebuild your own. But yeah, there's no land control here for Baskets' team. Tantron says, I got Baskets' fish. You got some of it. Oh, but he has longboats now. Okay, so that's very helpful, actually, when you tell your teammates that you lost water or something like that. And Maesty says it's okay. I think the team's very comfortable with their position. I'm the last one to get up to Castle Age. Oh no, Tantron's not up either. But thinking about transitioning into Cav, seeing what I can do. Thinking there was still player here, despite the fact that they're on the other side. 4 TC boom, what is this? What is this nonsense? And yeah, pretty much over at this point. I think they call it pretty soon after. Baskets is really trying to carry his team with the Scorpions. But yeah, no land military whatsoever. 31 military to 12. Look at Micro. Cam Archers getting 31 kills. That's nuts. Wait, why does it say 17 now? Oh, I guess the ones that were getting all the kills died in that bunch. Another castle drop. And is this Baskets' only gold? It is. Okay. Yeah, I think Baskets can call it. How many Vils did Green get? To 65. Yeah. I was thinking maybe if he could transition to something else. I mean, transitioning to Tarkans isn't going to be the play. And there is the GG. So I think the map is in a pretty good state. Everyone's advice on Discord was very helpful. Let me know in the comments if you'd want to play that. You can drop in my Discord as well, and we can try to organize, or Baskets' Discord, we can try to organize a playtest of this if you're interested.